Hello and welcome everyone, I am Madals and this is an StarCraft 2 England cast. So guys, this is game 2 of a best of 3. It is between the one the only ATSage, the yellow Protoss player in the lower right position, and he is up against, who is of course TSLRevival, the red Zerg in the top left position of the map, Ahana. And what do we have installed? Sage. I would place money right now on going a forge fast expand. Probably even a Nexus first, because Ahana just so easy to take that expansion just in this position here. So I definitely think that could be going down. Revival, of course, if you don't know the score, this is game 2, so go over to my channel, pause this, and watch game 1, because it was really, really good. We saw some unusual tactics, and, well, the end result is Revival is down a game, so he has to win this to stay in the competition. There goes down the pylon for Sage, which is really making me think I'm going to be shown to be right. Unless, of course, he does go for that forge first, then I'd be wrong. And I don't like being wrong. I like it when players make me look smart, because it's brilliant, because they're so much better at the game than me. And it's my little moment of glory when I'm just like, yes, I knew he'd do that. It's like every moment when if you see like your crazy uncle or something who's super mad into football or soccer or whatever, and he's just like, yeah, I knew they were going to do that, and you're like, yeah, did you really though? But anyway, that's beside the point and completely off topic. Let's just look. I'm definitely thinking Sage is going to be going for that Nexus first. I really hope he does, because I think Ahana is the right map to do it on, and that is purely because of how safe this is now. Revival, for the love of all things good, you're going to hatch first. I was just about to say don't hatch first. Remember what happened game 1, Revival. Revival, you hatched first in game 1, you then got cannoned, and then you lost. Why? What is this? Okay, anyone wondering, if you did see game 1, you'll understand my confusion. Go pull first against Protoss, because otherwise, if they get that forge down, and they build them cannons around your base, you lose. As Revival did, which is a bit of a shame. But luckily for Revival, Sage is going Nexus first, and maybe that's what Revival was thinking is, hey, Ahana, he's going to Nexus first, it's so safe. But no, there we go, we've got the forge down, the Nexus down, everything's looking good for both these players. Revival will survive with his fast expand. He has also got his spawning pool up. Now needs to get that third base at 4 to 5 minutes. That's a safe period. Now, while we wait to see what these two players do, let me just say, if you like my casts, please thumbs up the video. That would be massively helpful to me. Please subscribe, because I get new games up every single day. And also leave a comment on the video about what do you think of the games, what do you think about the players, what do you think about my casting, anything at all. Tell me about the weather. I'm British, therefore a good 90% of what I talk about is the weather to random strangers. So just talk to me on the internet about the weather. It made me really happy. And probably quite miserable, because your weather's probably nicer than I have. Anyway, the gateway, the cannon, it's on its way down. The spawning pool finished. Both queens in production. Revival, you are doing it like a boss. You're doing exactly what you should be. I'll forgive all about that hatch first, but now you need to get down that expansion. We're at about 4 minutes 20. That is the ideal spot, and there is the drone. The drone, the hatchery at 4 minutes 22. It came down by my best guesstimate from flicking my eyes between the two. The second gas on the way down there for Sage, so he's going to be getting some tech out soon. We do have the Cyber Core. Some options that we could have available to Sage is, of course, that 2-3 Immortal Sentry push. That is very, very potent. The map quite narrow though, so it'll be interesting to see where the Overlord placement goes. That Overlord will keep an eye on the 2 gas there. This third Overlord probably going to come and check for when the third base comes down, if it does at all. Other options, of course, is it is possible to get an Overseer, an Observer rather, get some Blink Stalkers, blink up, there's that cliff there to utilise. Could just see something more simple like 7 gate, 2 base pressure. We could see an expansion. That robotic facility coming down though. The interesting thing about Ahana as well is that you can't fully wall this off if you get into trouble, because it doesn't matter too much, because you then just break those rocks and take your third base, and it's all really happening. It's actually really good for Protoss. For Zerg, those rocks are very annoying, because it means you have to kind of defend a lot of area, which isn't a huge problem. There's not any tight chokes aside from really this area, but you don't. While there's quite a nice bit of open ground, you don't want to be doing too much, and I suppose the force fields can go down here, so you've got to kind of defend across here, which is very wide and allows for good engagements and defensive engagements as Zerg, as long as you position your units correctly. Now, just taking a look around, we've got a Sentry on its way out, we've got the +1 ground weapons on their way. Perhaps that's an indication of some stronger 2-base play. We do have the third gas coming down, the Overlord can see it though. The third base is now down, the first injector already gone down. We've got 3 queens, no creep only queens. It's something that I do very much like. I think it's a very important thing Zerg players should start doing. We do have Zerglings though running around the map. We do have a War Prism on the way as well. That War Prism will allow for quick reinforcements. We could see some Sentry drop play. That'd be very potent. That's a narrow ram, some Sentries drop down, force field on the ram, go and take out the main base. Happened to me many a time, happened to probably every player who's played Zerg for any amount of time. It's very annoying. 3 more gates being added on. That actually takes Sage up to 4 gates. With that War Prism, that can be really quite irritating. Obviously, we do have that Cybernetical about to finish. We do have an Immortal coming out now. What is that Immortal going to be used for? Maybe purely defensive? We'll wait and see. We've got a lot more drones on the way down though. What's the work count like? 59 to 40. 60 now to 40, so 20 ahead there for Revival. He'll start pulling ahead up until about the 70 mark. That creep spread, not great though. What's his vision looking like? Well, he's got quite good vision. Got some of the usual places pylons go down. Could have something over here. Obviously now we do have that War Prism moving on. The Overlords should spy another Overlord at the back there, so it all depends on the path taken. Some Zerglings spreading out as well, so that War Prism definitely going to get spotted. That single Immortal could get picked off by just a handful of Zerglings if not careful. We do now have those Zerglings getting spotted. The War Prism changing direction completely. That Watchtower being held for the moment. And of course this is revealing all of Sage's strategy. Dropping some units out. Now we do have the Immortal moving forward. The Pylon coming down. That is a great move because obviously Revival will think, hey, I saw the War Prism. I'm safe now. We do have more gateways being added on. That was 4, 5, 6, 7 gates. 7-gate Robo. This is a big push. This is a 2-base all-in. Revival is going to have to defend his little socks off. But for the moment, we've got lots of roaches coming down. We've got the macro hatch. We do have Zergling speed nearly done. Where is that roach worm? There it is. Roach speed on its way. In terms of the army supply compared to anything else, well, Revival is slightly ahead, but a big warping could come in and switch that the other way. We do have the work supply heavily in Revival's favour. 2 Immortals are there though. A lot of sentries. The creep spread not amazing. The War Prism helping as well to get those warpins, and Revival not in the greatest position ever. And now we do have some great force moves, literally splitting his army in half. The roaches cannot engage. Obviously, those Zerglings doing an amazing job against all the Stalkers, and those roaches getting picked off so easily by those 2 Immortals. 20 more Zerglings about to pop. We do have quite a few Zealots on the way in for Sage. Zealots deal incredible damage against Zerglings, especially of course when they do have +1 against no upgrades. That means they 2-shot Zerglings rather than 3-shot. Very, very helpful. Now this engagement just going so well for Sage. He is using his force food so effectively. Those roaches and Zerglings getting cleaned up so well, and just look at the resources lost difference and the momentum of this push. I don't think the Revival will be able to hold it, in all honesty. There's just too much stuff here. The 3rd Immortal will just vaporize those roaches so quickly. Drones being pulled, never a good sign, and GG should go down any second, to be honest. This is just such amazing, amazing play by Sage. Revival just not defending it as well as he could have done, and this lost cap says it. Nearly 5 times more resources lost right there for Revival compared to Sage, and that means Sage 2-0's Revival. That was an amazing series. I hope you did enjoy, and if you did, thumbs up the video, please subscribe, new games up daily, and leave a cool comment below. But thank you very much for watching, guys. I'm Madals, and this was an SC2 England cast. Bye for now.